Get here! As we get into this episode, consider becoming a Patreon. It's your patronage that helps make this channel possible. So help us share bike love worldwide. So a couple of weeks ago, I did a last-minute bike adventure because I went on eBay and I found this. It's a 1976 Schwinn Paramount track bike, and I have wanted one of these for quite some time. But I only had the one picture, so I wasn't sure exactly how things would turn out, and I didn't know what it might need, etc. And the person who was selling it to me wasn't exactly communicative. So I packed my stuff, extra set of wheels, handlebars, chain, tools in my bike bag, which was empty, and flew to Chicago to pick it up. I thought it was kind of fun because Chicago was the birthplace of Schwinn, and that's where I found the bike. So I thought I'd go out there, put it together in the hotel room, ride it around the city, and come back. And here's what happened. All right, so here we go. I'm off to Chicago to buy a bike, build it in my hotel room, and ride it while I'm there. Well, while I'm waiting at the airport, let's see if they have breakfast wine. We have breakfast wine! Hello! So I have to admit, when I got to the hotel, I had a bit of a snafu. I was supposed to meet the guy who was selling me the bike at 5 o'clock on Friday. I got to my hotel, no call, no text. I went ahead and texted him, no response. 5:30 came, calls and texts, no response. 6 o'clock comes, calls and texts, no response. I'm getting a little antsy. I'm thinking I'm in Chicago with a bag with wheels and tools in it, but no bicycle. What the hell am I going to do for the weekend, right? This is supposed to be my fabulous Schwinn adventure weekend in Chicago, right near the Drake Hotel downtown where I was staying. By the way, fabulous hotel if you get the chance to stay, except their wine list. It's really bad. Which leads me to this. This is Visuti, and it is in no way sponsoring this channel or this episode. It's just a really, really good wine that I found in Napa when I rode out there a couple of months ago and wanted to share with you. I called around to about a half a dozen bike shops in Chicago and discovered largely what I see in Virginia, and that is that other than shops like mine, which take donation bikes and turn them over for folks and have some used inventory, nobody carries used. This is somewhat how the phone call went. Hey, hi. Yeah, sounds kind of weird, I know, but I bought a bike online. I flew into town to pick it up. The guy stiffed me, and do you have a Schwinn, preferably a track bike, in a 54? When there wasn't silence on the other end of the line, there was no. So I'm standing in Chicago after 6 on a Friday afternoon with no bike. But I found a place called Working Bicycles. All right, I'm standing here in Working Bicycles in Chicago. This place is awesome. Look at all this used bike heaven. Come build your own stuff. It's fantastic. Now I get to Working Bicycles and I'm in hog heaven, and I took those videos. I was really excited. And then I got a phone call from the guy's wife. And she said that he had gone out of town and couldn't get a hold of me. So she wanted to know if she could bring the bike by. And I was like, oh, hell yes. I'm getting all excited again. She's like, how's 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon? I'm like, Saturday. We finally agreed we'd meet first thing in the morning. And here's how it went. All right, so in the hotel room, about to head downstairs and get the bicycle. A little delay, but better late than never, so here we go. Is it here?
Well, it's vintage.
I'm
so
so
glad.
excited about this.
Bike lover.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. Thank you so much.
Oh, this is so great. Thank you for coming out for us.
Thank you.
I'm so
Enjoy
excited.
it.
Yes.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank
Happy
you. I will.
Labor
I'm
Day.
going to have a great one now. Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
Woohoo.
Behold, Excalibur. All right, so I just got it. I'm so excited. The bike is in way better shape than I thought. This is going to be a daily rider. It is a true fixed gear, and I'm going to convert that to at least for this weekend, to a coaster brake in the back that I brought with me in this bag, and another wheel in the front, and then new handlebars, and we're good to go. Well, and a new seat, because this one's a little ancient, but it's in such good shape. I'm so excited. So here we go, conversion time.
that they be able to hold on to and hang on to. And this is why it was so important that both riders of Maverick Store were alert and aware of the moves that were going on the front. At the time, Lopez, just a little bit too far back, missed that move. He tried to close it, consequently unable to, especially as they crested the top and as it started to plateau.
Another big benefactor here is Gino Maida. He's in the virtual classification. He is now
All right, so got it done as well as I could at this moment because I don't have all the tools I should have brought. Dumbass. So I'm gonna ride now, and then I'm gonna take it over to the bike shop later and swap out the last couple things like the seat and handlebars I want to swap out, and I'll redo the chain in the hotel tonight because it's a little bit loose, and then we'll be good to go. All right, so here we are. We're ready to go. As ready as we're gonna get until I do all the other things. Let's ride. Hello, Mr. Froman. This is Sergeant Peterson, Chicago Police. 15 miles down along the beach in Chicago. This is an older bike. So all the standard 6, 8, 10, 12 millimeter sizes for Allen wrenches don't necessarily work. Call around to a couple different hardware stores, finally found it, rode the bike over, swapped them out, handlebars and all that, right there in the parking lot of Home Depot in downtown Chicago, and then rode from there. And I'll tell you this about the trail system in Chicago and the roads. Trail system, Lakeshore Trail, it runs right along the lake on the east side of town, is gorgeous. It is painted well, the directions are clear. There was literally 1,000 people just milling around. And so riding was difficult. On top of that, there's pedicabs on that trail. They rent those little four-wheel seat, four-wheel pedal bike things on that trail. And worst of all, lift rental bikes. Because any yahoo with no helmet and no common sense rents these things and blows around with no idea what they're doing in town. There are these Y intersections where 2 lanes come into a third. And there's 2 or 3 of them along that trail, and they are incredibly dangerous. Because although things are painted, bicycles here, people here, all that, no. No one pays attention. People just cross. They don't look, they don't slow down. Whether or not they have a phone in their hand is irrelevant. They're just crossing and they don't care. Yeah, you got to keep your wits about you when you get that much population renting every kind of conveyance possible and merging it into one small section all at once. The most amazing part of it was I felt safer on the streets of Chicago than I did on that trail at the busy sections. The streets actually in Chicago are pretty tame in downtown, and they have bike lanes. In the end, though, I absolutely loved Chicago. The weather was amazing, downtown is beautiful, there's crazy good food, the streets are fun to ride, and the lakes are beautiful. You should go visit when you get a chance, but do it in the warm weather. But that was the bike weekend adventure. I brought the bike back, and here she is. Basically, it was a frame-up restoration, or replacement. It was a new crank, new chain, new wheels, new seat post, new seat, new bottle cages, because you can't put them on the frame, new stem, new handlebars, pretty much everything, other than the frame and fork. She weighs in at 22 pounds and is a joy to ride, just like I'd hoped. So that's it, Mavericks. The Great Chicago Bike Adventure. I hope this inspires you to take a shot, maybe pick up a bike somewhere else in the country, go get it, ride it, build it in the hotel, or just pick it up and ride it if it's perfectly suitable for you when you get there. Whatever it is, get on a bike and get outside. Come on, let's ride. This episode is Bill approved. He wants to remind you that YouTube's algorithm only shares our content with other people who love cycling if you hit like and subscribe. So help us out. And don't forget to pick up your SCHWAG from this episode or any of our episodes at the Maverick Store.